Hey everybody, my name is Wifies and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at 8 cool water abuse features you can do, like water exploits you can do in Minecraft 1.13. This update wasn't named the update Aquatic for nothing. It added a bunch of cool new water features, some of which can be easily abused and exploited. And we're going to be taking a look at 8 of those features today. And before I go, I was going to talk about a new series a little bit, and turns out that the series that I wanted actually was going to be about this cool, awesome game that I found. I mean, I didn't find out about it now, but I just got it. And it's called League of Legends. You probably all heard of it, but it turned out it has less monthly searches than Hypixel. So if you do want to see that series, then be sure to comment down below. But if you don't, then I won't do it because I don't want to do something that nobody likes. But anyway, let's get into the video. Also, skip the, if you watch until the last 10 seconds of this video, you will get an opportunity to get a shout out by answering one correct question. Anyway, let's get into it. And winners of that shout out will be in the comments of the next video afterwards. So, like, yeah. Anyway, let's get into this right now. Number 1, we have soul sand kelp thing, not a glitch. So you see, if you place a water bucket at the top of this water source, just at the top, and place soul sand, you see it doesn't work because all these have to be water source blocks. But something cool that you can do, if you go into your water source and just place kelp until it reaches the top of your water, like so, all of these blocks suddenly become water sources with only one bucket being placed, and you don't have to worry about anything else. So all you gotta do, we can head to the bottom now by shifting, and replace this block with a soul sand, and you can see that it is working perfectly fine. And this trick is extremely useful, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have a hard time getting out of here. So, but yeah, you get the idea. Source blocks from kelp. Pretty awesome. So, exploit number 2 is going to be sugarcane air pockets, and I mentioned this in a previous video, but I will go into detail here. I'll actually simulate it also. All you gotta do to make a sugarcane air pocket is head into a little source, and this is important. There has to be a little crevice underneath. And let me just go to game mode survival right here. There has to be a little hole. That is extremely important because sugarcane can only be placed next to water source and next to like water, and because there's water in this hole, then that's how this works. But anyway, without further ado, all we gotta do to get our air bubbles back is place 1 reed, 1 sugarcane, and 2 sugarcane. And you can see we're regenerating all our air bubbles, and that is pretty awesome. We have a little sugarcane air pocket that even blocks out the water. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And now it's time for exploit number 3. Exploit number 3 is when I see all the time in Hermitcraft not being used, and I get so I actually get kind of frustrated with the hermits because I don't know, they don't use this glitch, and not glitch, they don't use this exploit, and I have no idea why. But anyway, whenever they want to build like an ocean platform, like just take Mumbo Jumbo Green, or I don't know, Tango Tech for example, because I've seen one of his videos where he made a platform with Cub. But basically they keep piling sand from the top until they make a platform, when in reality all you gotta do is place down a lily pad, and bam, you can now place blocks next to that lily pad, and it's so much easier than piling from the bottom. I don't know if there's a biome glitch that prevents this from happening, and if so, I'm really sorry for that, but this seems to work perfectly fine, and it's a much better alternative than to simply make an ocean platform from the very bottom of the ocean. By the way, doesn't this look pretty cool? This one's going to be a pretty small one, but number 4 is going to be Magma Blocks. And we've covered a few of these other explosives so far using soul sand, sugarcane, and lily pads, but Magma Blocks is the other opposite to soul sand, and we are getting sucked. We're not getting sucked because these aren't water sources, because I don't really care about that. But what I am showing you is that if you shift on Magma Blocks, then there's something pretty cool you can do with them because of how they make air pockets. And I'll just give myself a water bucket. As I said before, it doesn't work because there's not water sources. But if there is a water source everywhere, then you can see we start to get bubbles, and I think that was enough. So you can see we start to get bubbles, and if we stand on this and shift so we don't take any damage, we can pretty much stand here forever. And the cool thing is that the magma block will keep giving us little air. And that's a really awesome way to stay at the bottom of the ocean. Just remember, don't unshift. This one is also going to be quite small, but glitch number, sorry, I keep saying glitch. Exploit number 5 is going to be swimming through little holes. And this is pretty cool if you want to make a base underwater, but you probably already knew this, but if you swim underwater, you can actually fit through 1-block gaps, and that is extremely useful. And it's nice. It's a nice way to get out of your base because you can't fit back into one, but you can fit through one from where the water is, and that's a really cool way to get out of a base now in 1.13 and without people getting in. Of course, they can just break your wall, in which case this defense is useless. But it's still a pretty cool feature that I'm pretty sure you should check out. Number 6 isn't really ocean related or water related, but I think I should include it just to be sure. If we take in, let's say we are playing in a game and we fall from an extremely high height. We can see that we can clutch ourselves with a water. We can see that we can clutch ourselves with a water bucket. We can see that we can clutch ourselves with a water bucket, but as you can tell, it's not the easiest thing in the world. You want to be pros, and I think I just duplicated my water. And you all, never mind. You all might be pros at MLGs and all that cool stuff. But something much cooler we can do is if we take in a phantom membrane right here and put it into our brewing stand, you can see that after it is done smelting, we get a really cool potion that helps with elytras and with MLG, and I'll explain that in a second. And phantoms, as you can know, fly and glide and attack you, so if you manage to kill one of these guys, you can see that you get a, my god, it's so slow. I forgot how slow brewing is. You can get potions of slow falling, and if we drink one right here, it is obviously much more efficient. And I swear, if I miss the MLG, well then yeah, but you have so much time to react. Yeah, that wasn't that bad, and even helpful with elytra. You can see we can fly down. Kind of like this view actually. We see we can crash, and we don't even go that fast. And usually we would be skyrocketing towards the ground. And I wonder if you take fall damage after slow fall. Nope. Even better. Let's move on to number 7. So I still have slow fall on me, but I don't think that will matter. We are heading into number 2. And before we go into this one, I'm gonna get myself a Dolphin Spawn Egg. I really like this cool new thing. We're gonna spawn in a dolphin right here and hop inside our little pen. And you can see that when you swim, we get a little cool thing called Dolphin's Grace. And I just need to get in the water by stupid slow fall. There we go. So we have Dolphin's Grace, and that means we can swim pretty darn fast through this water. But we can swim much faster. You can see we speed along pretty good speed. I think it's not that bad. It's definitely a great way to travel through water. But I think the fastest way of transportation is if we wear some of these cool depth strider boots. And if we wear these while standing to our dolphin fellow, you see that we just go right across. This is much faster than even ice tunnels, and it's a really way to travel through your base if we're going through all the trouble of I'm speaking terribly. If you're going through all the trouble of connecting dolphins, then you might as well get some depth strider boots. And you might notice that the floor is ice. I don't think it's necessary at all. I was experimenting to see if you could go any faster, but this is definitely the fastest way to travel. So get yourself some depth strider boots and capture a poor dolphin, and we're going to move on to number 8. Number 8 is a concept that Mumbo Jumbo introduced to the Redstone community and the YouTube community, and this is the fact that you can make cool traps like this one. If you see, we have a pufferfish, and you can see that as we walk next to this pufferfish, he poisons us and does damage. And obviously he is dying because my enclosure is pathetic. But that was stupid. Anyway, this is an amazing trap to pull on your friends as let me just get out of this. It's because pufferfish, when you walk near them, do poison you, and of course you wouldn't want to use glass, and you would want to put this underneath the floor. This is just for demonstration purposes, but it's still really awesome to have a pufferfish trap, and definitely harm some of your friends, if you have any, as they walk through your base. Anyway, I know this has been kind of a weird and technical difficulty full video. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, then be sure to subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. This has been me, Wifies, and I'm out. Peace.